Open up your content team's tooling page right now and count the SaaS subscriptions. If you're an enterprise with a real content function, the number is probably between 12 and 20. Project Tracker, DAM, Brief Tool, Approval Tool, Calendar Tool, Distribution Tool, Analytics Tool, AI Tool. 2 more for a thing nobody remembers buying. Every one of them was a yes when somebody pitched it. Together, they are quietly eating your team's hours, your IT budget, and your ability to actually ship work. I'm Asher. You're listening to Content is Currency from Table 8. And over the next 8 minutes, I'm going to show you why your content stack should be 3 tools, not 14, and the audit any team can run this week to get there. The tax is real. Let's go. Here's what's actually happening in your team. Someone writes a brief in Tool 1, pastes it into Tool 2, updates a status in Tool 3, drops the asset into Tool 4 for review, files it into Tool 5 when it's done, posts the schedule into Tool 6, pulls analytics from Tool 7, logs a debrief in Tool 8. The asset took a week to make. The administration took another week. Your producer is now a part-time data entry clerk. Each tool was bought with a real-sounding business case, better visibility, better workflow, better governance. Stacked together, they create the opposite. Visibility drops because nobody knows where the source of truth lives. Workflow slows because every handoff crosses a tool boundary. Governance evaporates because the audit trail is split across 9 logins. Imagine a kitchen with 14 knives, each designed for one specific cut. The chef spends so long picking the right knife for each ingredient that the meal never gets cooked. A great chef has 3 knives: a chef's knife, a paring knife, a serrated knife. That's it. The skill is in how the chef uses them, not in how many they own. Adding more knives doesn't make a faster cook. It makes a cluttered drawer and a slower service. Most enterprise content teams are running a 14-knife kitchen. Every new tool is sold as the one that finally fixes the problem. It doesn't. It adds another shelf. The fix isn't another knife. The fix is throwing away 11 knives and learning to be brilliant with 3. Why does every enterprise team end up with this stack? 3 pressures, all rational. 1, every functional pain triggers a tool. Brief is messy, buy a brief tool. Approvals are slow, buy an approval tool. Each purchase solves a single pain in isolation, which is exactly how the stack accretes. 2, vendor sales cycles target departments individually, not the whole content org. The brief tool gets sold to creative ops. The DAM gets sold to brand. The analytics platform gets us to marketing leadership. Nobody is shopping for a unified system. 3, once a tool is bought, removing it feels harder than tolerating it. Contracts are annual. Someone championed it. Onboarding sunk cost is real. So the tools accumulate layer on layer, and nobody is responsible for the total. The system is a 3-layer model. Every content team needs exactly 3 things. Layer 1, a single source of truth for the work itself. One place where briefs, drafts, status, approvals, and the final asset all live. One login, one URL, one queue. Layer 2, a single distribution and scheduling layer. One place where everything that ships gets queued, posted, and tracked. Layer 3, a single measurement layer. One place where the numbers come back and a human looks at them weekly. 3 tools, no more. Anything outside these 3 layers either folds into one of them or gets cut. The point isn't to find 3 perfect tools. The point is to enforce a hard ceiling. Every tool above 3 is a tax, paid in admin time, integration glue, and team confusion. The ceiling is the system. Layer 1 is where the work happens. Briefs are written here. Drafts are reviewed here. Approvals land here. Final assets are stored here. Status lives here. Comments live here. The whole content production lifecycle in one tool with one URL the whole team has memorized. The candidates are obvious. Notion, Asana, Monday, Airtable, an internal Confluence build. It doesn't matter which one. What matters is that one is chosen and everything else gets folded into it. A separate brief tool? Cut it. Brief lives here. A separate DAM? Either it integrates seamlessly or assets live here. A standalone approval tool? Almost always cuttable. Approvals are just a status change with comments. The discipline is brutal. If a tool doesn't serve a job that the work tool can't, it dies. One door, one queue, one truth. Layer 2 is where things go out. One place where every asset gets scheduled, posted, and tracked across channels. Buffer, Hootsuite, Sprout, Sprinkler. At the enterprise end, choose one based on the channels you actually use, not the channels the vendor demos. The rule: any asset that ships gets queued through this layer. No exceptions. No going direct to LinkedIn. No someone on the team posts from their phone. No paid pushes scheduled in a separate ad platform without a calendar entry here. This sounds rigid. It is rigid. Rigidity is the point. Without it, distribution scatters across personal logins and platform-native scheduling, and the company has no view of what's going out, when, by whom. With it, you have one calendar, one reporting surface, and one team that knows where to look. Layer 3 is where the numbers come back. One place where you track what ran, what hit, what flopped, what got picked up, what converted. Native analytics from each platform, pulled into one dashboard, Looker, Tableau, even a hand-built Airtable view if you're small. The choice matters less than the rule. Every Friday, one human, 30 minutes, looking at this view and asking the same 3 questions. What worked this week? What didn't? What are we doing differently next week? Most teams skip layer 3 because the data is messy and the meeting is unglamorous. That's exactly why the teams that do it pull ahead. Measurement isn't an analytics platform. It's a habit. The platform is just the surface where the habit happens. Without the habit, every other tool is performing without an audience. You can run this audit in 1 week. Day 1, list every SaaS tool the content team currently pays for, what it costs annually, and who actually uses it. Most teams discover 3 tools that nobody opened in the last 60 days. Cancel those Monday afternoon. Day 2, map every remaining tool to one of the 3 layers. Anything that doesn't map gets a yellow flag. Day 3, for each layer, pick the single tool that survives, the biggest one, the most embedded, the one with the renewal furthest out. Day 4, write the migration plan for the survivors. What lives where now? What moves? What gets archived? Day 5, tell the team, new stack, 3 tools, hard ceiling. The savings show up in the next renewal cycle. The speed shows up in week 1. Now go cut. I'm Asher. This was Content is Currency from Table 8. We'll see you next episode.